And off we go from Denver. Thomas. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm, tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Here's Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarter...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jordan Elliott breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This is the tight end, Fant. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game?
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
To try again after the sack. Brissett, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. third down. Brissett.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make this a 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have the Broncos' first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater going right back to Fant. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 4. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8 on 2nd down now. It's Williams, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Play fake, Bridgewater. Looking sideline, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater.
This one swung out to Williams.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw, Bridgewater. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A first down throw for Brissett.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 30 on second down, Brissett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack on first down, Brissett to the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be first and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. On second and 10, Bridgewater throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground, and he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Landry now on the return.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Brissett, he's going to loft one deep over the middle.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Mac Jones, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. Meanwhile, in our game, to call it a defensive battle would be an understatement. 0-0 is our score. We'll be looking for something in that second half as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Play action now. Brissett trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
There to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. This is Fant on the short completion, and he's taken down inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Bridgewater gives to Williams here on the draw.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Bridgewater now.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
To throw is Bridgewater. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry, here's Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here's Landry.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Bridgewater on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now Landry.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Brissett sets to throw it over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. Brissett on 1st down. He's got Njoku over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A give. This is Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. Felton. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake. Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He finds his man, complete. It's Glover. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns have taken the lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Thomas. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now Bridgewater and the Broncos
down 14-7, 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
And that's caught by Williams.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Bridgewater to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Bridgewater. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. It's complete, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brissett. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Landry. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cleveland offense making their way out. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the draw, here's Williams. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost be.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Again, it's Williams. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Denver, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for